right, good morning, everyone. Today's reading is called The Light of You. No surprise there, since we did the darkness the other day. Today they want to talk about the light of you. So I'm using the Lumen deck today. It's a beautiful deck. It's called the Threads of Fate Lumen Edition. So let's see what they have to say to you with the light of you. All right, and I'm going to open the energy, let you pick your card, and we'll get started from there. All right, if you haven't picked your card yet, please pause the video and do so. But I am going to get started with card number 1. All right, what is the light of you? You're willing to take risks. You're willing to put yourself out there. You're willing to take risks. You're willing to go for it, you know? I'm going to read what the book says, and then we're going to do some tarot. So, where's that in the book? Okay. Here we go. What calls out to us in the book here? Risks are personal to each one of us. To some, climbing a mountain doesn't feel risky. To others, having a conversation with a stranger does. What has been calling you that you have been afraid to do? Comfort kills growth. It is important that we regularly do things that push the envelope, that makes us feel nervous, apprehensive, and uneasy, even with the exception of physical danger, of course. This card is asking you to take the plunge and do the thing that intimidates you. Trust that the net will appear after you jump. So you're willing to. That's the light of you. You're willing to take leaps of faith. Okay, that's what they're telling us with this card. You are willing to trust that the net of the universe will catch you, and you're willing to take the risks. So, so yeah, and then this first card that comes out, well, we're gonna get them all, and then we're going to get the 3 and read them. Okay, here we go. Interesting. All swords. So the Ten of Swords says that you accept what is, okay? You accept what is, and that's why you're able to take a leap of faith. You accept what is. You know that by accepting what is, things will transform if they're meant to, and what will be. So you have a lot of faith. That is what this is telling me. You have a lot of faith, okay? That's the light of you. You have a lot of faith. They're saying it like that now. So, and you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of, you're the King of Swords. You've have a lot of experience, life experience and knowledge. You've studied, you've learned, you have a lot of knowledge, okay? You've asked a lot of questions of the spirit world. You've received the answers from the spirit world. You trust that. You trust that you can ask and receive, okay? You have so much faith. That's what this is showing me. So much faith, okay? So, yeah. They just want, you're faithful. You're very, very faithful. You're very trusting. And they actually, that's the light of you. That's what you have to, the light that you are to shine in the world, okay? That they want to recognize today, and that they want you to recognize in yourself, okay? So, and your life experience, it comes from life experience. It comes from knowledge. It comes from you asking, studying something. Maybe it's a religion, maybe it's a course in spirituality, maybe it's reading a lot of books, but you've gained knowledge and experience that has become wisdom for you, and you have, you've asked and received the answers, okay? So, yeah, and this is the Page of Swords, which indicates that you have a thirst for knowledge. You are curious, okay? And you are always wanting to come up with, you just want to learn more and more and more, okay? You have a thirst for the knowledge. You have a curiosity, okay? And you're always looking for new ways to communicate what you know and your wisdom. okay, around your faith. It comes back to this faith card. So they want to thank you. They want to acknowledge you. They want to thank you, and they want you to know how important this is, right? Your light, and shining it in the world. And you are shining your light in the world by doing what you do and being who you are. This faithful, it keeps coming as faithful being that you are, okay? So the word congratulate is coming. So they want to congratulate you. You know, because yeah, that's where they put the King of Swords here. You worked to get to this place. You know, maybe you were born that way, but we all forget, and you know, lots happens and challenges our faith and etc. We have a lot of challenges to our faith in our world, but you've worked hard. You know, you've sought knowledge. You've asked for help from them. You've asked for answers from them. You've sought the knowledge in books and whatever worldly form. You've had experiences that you've learned from. You continually seek knowledge and you're curious about it all, and so you've worked to have this faith, is what they're saying. So they're congratulating you on a job well done. You know, you've worked to turn this light on within you, okay? And they're just wanting to tell you how pleased they are, okay? That's what your reading is today, the light of you. All right, you guys go have a beautiful day, and I'm going to move on to my next pile. Pile number 2. What is the light of you? Oh, you're very creative. Creativity is the light of you. Okay, we're going to read some from the book and see what calls to us from the book to notice. Okay, and then we'll do the tarot. So, creativity, get creative. To be a human is to be creative, but it is easy to lose sight of this. From a young age, we absorb cultural stigma around the arts and creativity. That is impractical and should be take a back seat to more lucrative pursuits. But the truth is, creativity brings flow to our life. It finds openings. Without a creative practice, we can easily find ourselves stuck and uninspired. And there are so many ways to be creative. You may feel called to rearrange your living space, or write, or take pictures, or all of the above. Creativity is a way of life, not an activity. This card is saying you look around and see what inspires you. Okay, so you think outside of the box. So your creativity is the light that you're shining in the world. You haven't forgotten how creative we are. You continue to be creative. You didn't put it in the back seat, you know, as sometimes the pressure is to do. I mean, you may have taken on a day job, but you bring creativity in all that you do. In your day job, if you're not an artist or musician or something, doing creativity for your income, you bring the creativity to your day job. You bring the creativity into your life. You have hobbies, creative hobbies. I hear some of you. You are creative, is what they're saying, and they're very happy that you haven't forgotten your creativity. Okay, so let's see. You guys were cutting the cards, and we're getting 3 cards. Okay, the moon, yeah. 6 of Swords reversed. Is it reversed? We're going to check with the pendulum. I don't think it's reversed. Is this card meant to be reversed? No. Okay, so. All right. Interesting. The moon. Okay, the moon is, the divine feminine, the divine receiver, the intuitive, right? So you have this intuitive nature, this very intuitive nature. And look at this, the 6 of Swords here in this deck says magic. I love that it says magic. That's so perfect for you guys, because creativity is magical, right? There's magic involved in creativity. So you guys are my magicians, I guess we could say, right? You create things, you transform things, all of that kind of stuff. So that's really, really cool. Okay, and then you have the High Priestess card, which comes back to this intuition, this wisdom, this divine feminine. So you have a lot of divine feminine energy. So and of course, the female gives birth, right? Gives birth. So this Six of Swords, that brings me to this, the Six of Swords talks about, leaving the past behind and transitioning, changing, letting go of the past and moving forward to the future. So it's like a rebirth, so you're constantly birthing something new into the world, okay, with your creativity, right? And that's the magic of you. That's the light of you. You are a creator, and you understand that. You understand that you are a creator, okay? You get it. You know that you create, and that you can transform, that you can transition, that you can transmute, that you can create. That you understand this. You're very connected to your divine feminine power to create, to birth new things into the world, into your world and into the world, okay? That's all they have for you. They want to say, they're celebrating you, okay? They're celebrating your creativity. And they want you to celebrate it. They want you to recognize it. They want you to appreciate it. They want you to embrace it, own it, and celebrate it, okay? It deserves to be celebrated. That's what they're saying. And 1133 I just saw, okay? So look up 1133. That is your message. That is the light of you. All right. You guys go have a great day. I am now moving on to group number 3. Okay, let's see. The light of you. Oh, nature. You're connected to nature. Okay, let's see what the book says, and then we'll do the tarot. Okay, nature. What do they want to say about that to you from the book? What is the message in the book about nature? Nature has a profound effect on our well-being. It increases creativity, relieves depression and anxiety, improves memory and focus, and rewires our stress response hormones. Studies have shown that even looking at photographs of nature can be of benefit. If you live in a place where you can easily access nature, spend some time this week to get out there. If you do not, think of some creative ways you can interact with nature from where you are. Whether it is sourcing local vegetables, plant medicine, or even spending time in a park, you can also create an altar using natural materials, sticks, leaves, grasses, flowers, rocks, dirt, however you feel called. Okay, so nature's light. You light up when you're in nature. Okay, you have a deep, deep, deep connection with nature. Nature lights you up, is how it's coming. Okay, now let's do the tarot. Nature lights you up. So I think they're reminding you to seek out nature. If you haven't been lately, seek it out more. Okay, nature lights you up. Okay, interesting. Okay, no, it's not these ones. Nature is your connection to nature shines as well. Okay, people see it, people recognize it. And like it said, it could be that you go out in nature all the time and do that, but it could be your desire to preserve nature that is being recognized here as well, okay? To honor and preserve nature. Okay, they want me to cut the cards for the next 2. Okay. Is that 7? Yeah, it is the 7, okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, leave it like that. So the 7 of Cups tells me that you find the answers you seek. The secrets of the universe, the secrets of the natural world when you're out in nature, okay? Or when you're connected to nature. And that's why you feel this desire. I feel like many of you feel this desire to preserve nature. Okay, even if you're not like a hiker, outdoorsy person, you still feel this desire to preserve nature because you know that being in nature and nature is important to, all the things that this card said, right? And this is where nature is where you seek to know the secrets of the universe, of the physical world, of the natural world. And it's where you find your answers. You do find your answers there, okay? And it's where you, 7 is a pinnacle point. It's a point of where you can feel almost defeated, but you're on the verge of success. So when you feel like that, you go out into nature, okay? Or you connect with nature in some way, is what I'm hearing. So nature replenishes, right? It replenishes you, and you know that it replenishes others, and you shine that light for others so that they know that, okay? How important nature is, how important it is to preserve it, and how important it is to be in it, and how important it is for the replenishment of the soul, mind, body, and soul is how it's coming. All right? The Page of Cups is an offer of love. Nature offers love. That's what I'm hearing. Nature offers love. We observe the offer of love when we're in nature. We see it. We see what we're being offered, the love that we're being offered. That's what I'm hearing. That's how you see it, I guess. It's where you love yourself the most. There we go. That's what it is. It's where you love yourself the most. You love yourself when you're connected to nature. Okay, that's where your self-love flows the most, the easiest. Okay, and I think the card even said that. Nature has a profound effect on our well-being. It increases creativity, relieves stress, but it said something about flowing, I think. I thought it did. Maybe that was a different card. It rewires our stress response hormones. Studies have shown that even looking at photographs of nature can be of benefit. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. They want me to keep looking in the book. There's something here. It reminds us that while it is true, the natural world is more than a prescription for humans. It holds more than we can fathom. There's so much beyond what science can prove or the positive effects we may feel. Okay. Blackbird, so there's a blackbird in this picture, encourages us to dive into the mysteries and teachings of the natural world around us. That's what you do here. That's what this card says. Spend time being curious with it and about the natural world. Ask it your questions. That's what you do, right? Sit with it, honor it. Okay, so you do that. You do that. Okay. So yeah, it's where you find yourself and love yourself the most, the easiest. The flow of love, self-love, happens in nature for you. Okay, that's what this is saying. So it offers you that love. Okay, the Hanged Man, but it's in reverse. And I believe it. I asked, but let's ask again. It's meant to stay in reverse, yes. So this tells me that, when you are in nature, you are in that right mind. I hear, your perception is doesn't need to be shifted. When you're in nature, you're in that self-loving, self-seeking, self-loving, self-understanding, self-exploration, self-replenishing place, and that's right where you need to be. Okay, that's the perfect place. That is the perfect place for you. That's what this card in reverse is telling me. Not only do you replenish, it's mind, body, and soul, right? So your mind is in the right place, in the right perspective. It's where you get perspective. It's where you get the perspective, the bigger perspective. Okay, that allows you to ask the questions, receive the answers, and just experience love. Okay, so unconditional love for yourself, for the world, for everything. I don't know, you know, I have an image of you guys, you know, going into nature and just feeling joy. Someone was describing that to me the other day when they go to their cabin, how they just feel pure joy the minute they get there. And that, yeah, with this reading, that makes complete sense. Joy, self-love, joy, right? Yeah, that's the image they're showing me, is connection. Everything makes sense there. That's what the Hangman in reverse is about. Everything makes sense to you when you're in nature. It makes sense. Yeah. So you know this about yourself, and it lights you up, right? And when people see that in you, it helps bring them to this place. So that's the light in you, okay? The guiding light. I hear it's a guiding light. Okay, that's your reading. I hope that makes sense to you. I hope you resonate, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye-bye now.